Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. I thought I would do a draw my life from the last year. It's already been pre-drawn because I can't draw and film at the same time and my tripod is completely broken. So I've pre-drawn it, but yeah, it's still draw my life. I've just pre-drawn it. I hope you enjoy this video. This last year of my life has been crazy busy, and I've started it off from June 2016 because that's when everything started. So I really hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, let's get on with the video. So yes, this is Draw My Life from the last year. I'm going to start off in June 2016, and as you can see, quite a lot of stuff had happened in June 2016, but I'm going to start off with quite the crappy part, which was broken down friendships. Now, unfortunately, I had 2 broken down friendships last year, and I thought that I was going to be alone and that no one would ever want to be my friend again, sort of thing, because the 2 friends I had been with me through everything, thick and thin, and unfortunately we just grew apart, which can happen in life, but you'll see what happens later on. I also started getting help for my anxiety through something called CAMS. Now, I don't know the actual term of CAMS. I will link them in the description below, but they are so amazing. They're really good. They've helped me a lot of my anxiety, and I've done things I never thought I'd be able to do through them, like going to the summertime ball with my dad and not feeling anxious about it, and to going to a group called Young Carers, which is a group, so if you have someone you care for, a parent, a sibling, something like that, they will help you and support you. I also met a lovely lady through CAMS called, I'm not going to say her name, who introduced me to a youth group who have of young children who also have mental health issues, and they are some of the most amazing, kind people who I met, who I'm still friends with to this day. And my life started to change massively, and I soon realised that my life is going to be a bit different, I think, if I carry on going here. And I started to become a lot more happier, and I started making new friendships. Also in this time I had my 1-year YouTube anniversary and my cousin's wedding, who I spent the amazing day with, seeing them get married, who have also been married nearly a year. And I also laughed and just had the best day with some of the most amazing people there. In July, July is a bit of a weird month for me, but there was definitely some testing moments, including my anxiety still affecting me every now and then, to laughing with people who I haven't really known that long and my family and days out, to meeting new people through Young Carers and overcoming my anxiety still. August, I had a summer party with the youth group I go to, and I made some pretty good friends there. One who I'm still best friends with today, like one of my best friends who is this to this day. She is one of the loveliest girls. I'm not going to say anyone's name in this, but yes. I was also diagnosed with something called Tita syndrome, which is the inflammation of your chest and ribs, and I still suffer from this now, but not as bad, and this has affected me from August till June 2017 as I'm filming this. But this is pretty shitty and I don't really like it, and it hurts a lot, but I haven't let it affect my life, and I'm not going to. I just get on with it and have fun. Another thing that happened in August, was days out with my nan. Now, I know this is a really crap car, but honestly, I had some of the best days out with my nan in last year, including going to Brighton, to West Wittering with her, which I vlogged both of. Also, can we appreciate my car? And I also discovered photography because anxiety started playing with me again and affecting me. So I wanted to find something as an escape apart from YouTube. And I realised I had a camera, and I realised I like taking photos and using them for good. So I put the both together and found photography, which I still do to this day, and it still helps me massively. Coming into September 2016, my life was so different to what I ever thought it would be. Before my 15th birthday, there was difficult times. I unfortunately started getting something called acid reflux from tablets that I was taking, and I was in a lot of pain and a lot of tears, and ended up going to the doctors a lot. In that as well, we also had a nightmare of a neighbour move in who just caused so much crap for us, and who does now, but we get on with it. Also in this time though, I met an amazing taxi driver who I can't remember her name, but if you watch this, you are amazing and such a lovely woman, and and just thank you for taking me to things, and I love you a lot. I also made so many new friendships through young carers that I do, and who I'm still friends with to these days, with these girls who we've laughed and stuff, and you're pretty amazing girls. And also I had my 15th birthday party, which I went to London with, and I braved the tube in 33-degree heat and laughed and had the best time of my life. And just September was a really fun month for me. It was September last year. Coming into October, it was a bit of a difficult month for me, October. I started having anxiety attacks again, quite badly. Something set them off, which I'm not going to explain what, but it set them off, and my life started to feel very enclosed again, and I felt very like it was going to affect me a lot more, but I didn't let it. Also, my nan's car started to break a bit. We had a flat tyre that I ended up fixing with my dad, but I put broken car, but it's a bit more of a bad I drew it worse than it actually was. Also in October, I had some family time. Now, I love spending having time with my family, but October was definitely my favourite because I hadn't seen my brother in a really long time, and it was really nice to see him and have some fun and catch up with him. Also, I had a really cool Halloween party, and this Halloween party will probably mean the most to me because I will explain more in a minute. But coming into November was definitely one of the hardest months of my life currently. I had fireworks night with my nan, and that was probably the only good time in November. As you can see from that, it sort of goes a bit worse. On the 13th of November 2016, I lost one of my good friends. I'm not going to say her name, but it was a really crappy situation, and any of my friends who are watching this, we've all been through this together, and we're very lucky to have each other as friends. I also went through and that was quite sad, and we also started having to plan her funeral. So we went through quite a crap time in November, and there was nothing really else that happened apart from trying to get over what happened to my friend and trying to realise the fact that she was gone, and we had to work out what to do next. Coming into December was quite hard because on the 3rd of December 2016 I said my final goodbye to my friend, which I did vlog because I was doing Vlogmas. Now, Vlogmas 2016 was one of the weirdest months of my life because it went so quickly, and I'd done so many amazing things, and it went just, I can't even remember doing Vlogmas last year because it was in such a bizarre year for me. Month for me, sorry. I had so many amazing memories with good friends, and vlogged so many cool things, to days out and to seeing my families to Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and it was Christmas in general, which is my favourite time. And on New Year's Eve I realised that in 2017 it was a new start, and I wasn't going to let anything get in my way from 2016. In January 2017, my year didn't start off of how I wanted it to. First of all, my dad had to go away for a month, and I missed him terribly, and it was a really, really crappy time, and that's why there wasn't many videos / vlogs, and I haven't really carried on since then. I also started getting ill. I had a really, really bad throat infection / tonsillitis, and had ulcers in my throat, and it was really, really crappy and really, really hurt. But in this time, when I was missing my dad and I had crappy times and my nan's car broke down, I never felt so loved with the people I had around me, friends, family and everything like that. We had quite a lot of fun, and you guys are amazing. February 2017, I started to find some belief again and realised that it doesn't matter what's coming your way because you can always come over it, and I still believe of this now. I also got to be reunited with my dad, which was really, really fun, and it was really nice to see him again, just put it that way. And also I still was feeling really loved. And coming into March 2017, I had quite an amazing March. It started off quite crappy though, because I injured my arm, and injuring my arm was sore, I couldn't do anything. I injured my right arm, which is what I do everything with, and it was really crap. And in my youth groups, everyone had to do it, but this is when I started making really good friends with the group of friends I'm in now, and I sort of started to feel accepted for being a bit more weird and a bit quirky and occasionally a bit of an idiot, but that doesn't matter. I started facing fears I never thought I would, and started saying yes to more and doing more things. I also started asking for help with my anxiety again, and just for things that affect me in my life still, because my life hasn't always been easy and never will be, but that's okay. And I also had an amazing, I also had an amazing day out in London with my nan, and I had a lot of fun and we laughed and stuff, and that's actually a vlog. I will find that vlog if I can. But yeah, that was March. Sorry, I'm just yawning. Coming into April, April was yet another amazing month for me. I first of all discovered the 1975 as a band. Now, if you know me personally, you'll know I loved the 1975. Now I need to sneeze, this is going to be fun. And it was just a pretty amazing month. I also got some pretty, I also got some pretty exciting news with young carers that I do, which means I can't actually say yet because I'm not sure if it's going to happen, but one thing is I'm having we're having a 20-year anniversary party in September, which I can't wait for, and I love being a part of their group. And I also do a forum every 3 months with them, and they are a really amazing group of people, and it's up and down the country, and stuff. I will link it down below if I can. Don't get me wrong, there were still difficult times in April too, and a blast from the past was brought back up into my family, and I never thought it would be. Luckily it came out to be false, but it still scared the crap out of me. I also started having some family time again with my brother, and he gave me some pretty cool news, which is the fact that I'm going to be an auntie again on the 4th of December 2017, and I can't wait. Whoever it is, you already love so much by all of us, and I can't wait to meet you. Coming into May, May was a very, very difficult month for me, I'm not going to lie. It started off quite well with deciding to go to college instead of back to school. Now I can do all my exams at college and whatever else I want to do and go on to uni if I bleed, and it's going to be a lot more easier for me than going back to mainstream because of my anxiety still. I still do things I never thought I'd be able to do, but it's easier to go to college. Also, the weather decided to pick itself up, which was nice. Now, I love the sun, and I think it's an amazing thing. Obviously, everyone likes the sun. I think it's amazing how it can make you feel better as a person. I also had a difficult friendship, and it sort of didn't work out in the end. Now, I'm not going to say her name because it's not fair, but you know who you are, and I doubt you're watching this, but I wish you all the best for the future, and if you ever do need me, come back, because this is not what I wanted, but this is the case. Also, we had a horrible neighbour. The horrible neighbour I told you about? Well, her son decided to try and kick our front door in and then ripped off our kitchen window and started shouting abuse at my family and me, which was pretty crap, and we had to call the police and they had to take him away. And that's currently still going on now, but not as bad. But that's okay. Coming into June 2017, where I am now, I've got probably some of the most amazing month ever this month. First of all, I've got on the 10th of June 2017, I have the summertime ball yet again with my dad, and I'm not scared, I'm not nervous, I'm so excited. Now that's the first time I can say that in 2 years. Now I'm pretty proud of that. It's also going to be my 2-year YouTube anniversary, which is amazing. I can't believe it's been 2 years since I started this channel and started being an idiot on the internet and showing you every part of my life. I'm also a bit of a changed person, I would say. I'm a lot more open to accepting things and to speaking about my story. I'm not ever going to be perfect, and my life's never going to be easy, but it's certainly a lot better to what it was a few years ago, and I'm happy with that. I've also started planning my 16th birthday, which is mental. I can't believe I'm going to be 16 soon. I'm a lot happier than I was a year ago, and if you watch my old Draw My Life, that's where I was up to, and my life is so different to what it is now. It's funny how things can change in a year, but things can change for the best, and everything can always turn out to be okay, even if things are really crappy. If you enjoyed this video, please If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like, and I will see you guys soon. I love you to the moon and back so much. Thank you so much for everything you do. Bye.